Thank you very much. My name is YY An, and it's a great pleasure to be here. Uh, so I think it's needless to say that we are living in the age of data. And what entails it that is informatics and computer science become really exciting field, especially at the interface with many other fields. For instance, and this data often forms this network structure. For instance, Facebook is a network of billions of people, and brain is a huge network of neurons and connections. So my research relies on this premise that networks cut across all aspects of our life, and understanding the structure and dynamics of the network is really the key to understand these complex systems. So, for instance, we can map these networks. So this work is called flavor network. So here we map culinary ingredients and how they are related in terms of flavor profile to study recipes computationally. And we can also discover the structure inside the network. So Santo will talk a little bit later more in detail. But here we develop method to discover clusters or communities by focusing on the relationships, not the individuals. And also you can apply this knowledge and method to new data set. So this is recently funded by NIH. And here what we are trying to do is trying to address the drug addiction problem by using network analysis. So we assume that this doctor shopping occurs in clusters, and we can identify them early using network analysis. And also by understanding structure and dynamics, you can do many things. For instance, here, by our understanding of this community structure and diffusion processes, we develop a model to predict which hashtags will go viral in Twitter. This was with Phil. And also we can apply the exact same model that describes social diffusion to the connectome data to understand how the connectome is organized. And in this work, we mapped, this work is about dynamics that form structure. So we mapped movement of more than 100,000 individuals in the history, like from Jesus. And then we quantified how attractive a location was at any given point in the history, especially in US and Europe, by counting how many people died and how many people are born. The idea is people go and die in nicer places. You have way more deaths in Paris, Rome, and New York, Los Angeles. And the same idea we are now applying to LinkedIn's Economic Graph Challenge. So we were one of the winners of the LinkedIn's Economic Graph Challenge. Here are the team members. So the idea is the same. So by looking at how people move across companies and regions and countries, can we understand the structure of the industry? And can we understand the dynamics of the industrial evolution? So the idea is people will move to better places, better companies, better regions, better locations. And also another pillar idea is they will form these clusters, geo-industrial cluster we call micro-industries. So we looked at the data and we can see this larger scale structure of the global economy, not just US. And we can also zoom in because networks allows that. Network communities allow that. So for instance, we can zoom into international banking industry, and then US banking industry, and then regional banking industries. So we call this micro industries. So this is small clusters of industry that are similar to each other. So we can map in terms of industries or locations. We can map the skills on top of it, and we can track them in time, how they change. So essentially, we want to have the map, thank you, and the forecast, and then tools to address the problem of jobs, skill gaps, and the disruption from robots. Thank you very much.